Greetings, everyone. My name is Martina, founder of Finding Treasure: The Journey Home Through Oracle Cards and Astrology. And I just did a Facebook Live, but for the second time, I don't know what's going on, whether it's my connection or Facebook, but the audio and video was not very good. And so instead of going live, I'm just going to record this and then I will post it afterwards. So I hope the quality is a lot better. And so, sorry about that. I don't know why that's happening. So, for those of you who have been following me, you know that I've started a new astrology course recently. I'm always learning. Perpetual student here, and this double Scorpio doesn't do things in half measures. I go all in and delve deep. So, this past week, I've been spending a lot of time with the planets, exploring and meditating on each one. The beauty of all this is that I'm finding that I'm getting to know each one a lot better. When I first started studying astrology, I thought that I had to try and memorize everything. And I thought that I'd be good at that since that's how I learned as a student growing up. I memorized everything. Well, I discovered that I just couldn't do it with astrology. Nothing was staying in my head, even the positions of things in my own birth chart. I was constantly having to look things up, things that I had learned but couldn't remember. This past week has been different. I find that I'm building more of a relationship, a connection with each one through using oracle cards and creating song lists for each of the planets. I find music so powerful, and songs will often evoke feelings, memories of people, places, and events, and this has helped me with the planets. Anyone can research the facts of each of the planets, its size, shape, color, what it does. The beauty comes when we're able to discover its purpose and meaning in our own lives. The study of astrology goes back thousands of years to the time of the Greeks. So it's an ancient lineage with a rich history. The word planet means wandering star, and since the beginning of time, all people have been able to look up and see 7 visible planets in the night sky. Each culture has woven stories and meaning into each of the planets through their observations, looking at how each planet looked, moved, its size, its brightness, how it made them feel, imagining its purpose and direction, weaving these discoveries into stories, legends, myths, teachings, calendars, into the very fabric of their lives. The 7 visible planets are the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Some people say that the Sun and the Moon are not planets, but for the purposes of astrology, they were considered to be planets because they are wandering stars. These are the planets that formed the original astrological model, so people and cultures have had a long time to reflect on these planets and weave stories rich in meaning about each of them. The newer planets, also known as the outer planets, can only be seen with the aid of a telescope. Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, and we're just beginning to get to know them through observation. Uranus was the first to be discovered in 1781, so we don't have a huge mythological list of works to reflect on. We do have some scientific data based on observation, especially that which was collected through NASA's Voyager 1 and 2 programs. But much of what we think about of each planet comes through our own astrological experience. So, I already shared briefly about my meditation reflection on the sun this week in an earlier post. This evening, I would like to share briefly about 3 more of the visible planets. Let's look at the moon. Blue, white, shiny, dark. It reflects the light of the sun. It moves quickly. It changes. It has the different phases, the full moon, the new moon. It guides and directs us when to plant, when to harvest. It shows the way. So because one of the colors associated with the moon is blue, I decided to use Baron-Reid's Wisdom of Avalon card deck, which is blue. I asked, sorry, here we go. Here it is. I asked, what does Moon want me to know about itself for my highest good? And was gifted with the Earth Fairy, number 27. Sorry. There we go. From the guidebook it says, physical health, grounding, foundations. Pay attention to your health and all things pertaining to your physical body. Indulge your senses. The sensual is an important part of the path to Avalon and must be honored. Get into your body and out of your head. Your physical self is the house of your spirit. Get grounded. You're part of the living earth. Stay connected. Make sure the foundations of all you do are solid. The Earth Fairy always helps you when you ask. So, Moon, stay hydrated. Go with the flow. It's about feelings. Get out of your head. It manifests and creates. Its feelings change. Be aware of what you're manifesting. It's romance, dreams, and relationships. Its purpose, to guide through the darkness. My song list for the moon, chosen because of the themes of mothering, nurturing, building, bonding, relationships, feelings, romance, dreams. Barbra Streisand's Somewhere. John Michael Talbot's Holy is His Name, also known as Mary's Magnificat. I chose that one because moon reflects the light, the glory of the sun, and Mary magnifies the glory of the Lord. From King Harvest, Dancing in the Moonlight. Doris Day's By the Light of the Silvery Moon. Billie Holiday's Blue Moon. Frank Sinatra's Fly Me to the Moon. And Steve Camp's Do You Feel Their Pain? You'll find all of those on YouTube. I hope you'll check some of them out. Next, we'll look at Mars. It's red, hot, burning, spicy, warlike, bold, courageous fighter. It likes to break, separate from, to pioneer, to individuate, to defend and protect, to assert and be impulsive, to get fired up and feisty. Its purpose, to embolden, to inspire action and courage. So, because Mars is red, I decided to choose my card from Colette Baron-Reid's Wisdom of the Oracle card deck, which is also red. I asked, what does Mars want me to know about itself for my highest good? And was gifted with number 36, Come to the Edge. From the guidebook it says, courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear and accepting risk. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. Let yourself be seen, truly seen. It's important that you speak up, voice what you need, state who you are, say what you hope for. This is not the time to play it safe, but to take a leap of faith. Take one step toward the gods, and they will deliver what you truly desire. So, Mars inspires us to let go of fear, take that leap of faith, to express our true self, to listen to our heart and soul, not our head, to be seen. Mars is moving toward authenticity, freedom, heart and soul, the edge, take a leap of faith, courage. My song list for Mars, well, I chose songs about courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear and accepting risk, getting fired up and expressing your true self. Starting with, From the Sound of Music, I Have Confidence. Miley Cyrus's The Climb. Kelly Clarkson's Stronger. Colby Kaye's song Try. Sarah Bareilles' Brave. Billy Joel's My Life. Lady Gaga's Born This Way. And Bruno Mars' Just the Way You Are. Again, you'll find all of these on YouTube. If you're not familiar with them, I hope you'll check some of them out. Now let's do Venus. It's the brightest object in the sky after the sun and the moon. It appears in the east right before sunrise and in the west after sunset. It's associated with power of attraction. It's sweet, inviting, enticing. It's soothing and pacifying. It's longing and desiring. It's sensual and tactile. Colors associated with Venus are white, clear brilliance, sometimes green or pink, and copper. So, because green is one of the colors associated with Venus, I decided to go to Colette Baron-Reid's The Good Tarot card deck because it is green. I asked, what does Venus want me to know more about her for my highest good, and was gifted with 4 of Earth. From the guidebook it says, ownership, the beauty of divine order, trusting in a solid foundation. I know for certain that divine order manifests in all aspects of my life. What I have built rests on a solid foundation, so there is no need to fear. I find security in the existence of a divine plan. Spirit is always there to remind me that I am exactly where I'm meant to be for my highest good and for the highest good of all, and that I always have abundance available to me. So, Venus heralds the rising and the setting of the sun. With Venus, all is as it should be in the divine order of things, and I am divinely directed and divinely protected and dearly loved by the divine. Its purpose: to unite, to reconcile, to attract, to satisfy, to bring peace and harmony, to soothe. My song list for Venus. Well, Venus is all about unity, reconciliation, harmony, love, relationships, romance, attraction. This song list was interesting to put together. It brought up many memories. Funny how a song can do that. Remind you of people, places, events. The first 2 songs listed were the first 2 songs that were played at our wedding reception. Joe Cocker and Jennifer Warren's Up Where We Belong. Such a classic. And Bette Midler's Wind Beneath My Wings. Then I picked from Aladdin A Whole New World, which is about love, romance, new love. From Karate Kid 2, Glory of Love by Peter Cetera. Chicago's Hard to Say I'm Sorry, which is about reconciliation. Phil Collins' Against All Odds, Take a Look at Me Now. Billy Ocean's song, Suddenly. Diana Ross and Lionel Richie's Endless Love. Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers' song, Islands in the Stream. And Piabo Bryson, If Ever You're in My Arms Again, from 1984. It's about reconciliation, and oh, what a song. I hope you have found this interesting. I encourage you to do your own research for each of the planets. Get to know them. I invite you to ask them to tell you more about themselves through Colette's Oracle cards. Go to Colette's website at www.colettebaronreid.com and click on Daily Oracle Card Pick. That will bring up 5 different decks that you can choose from. Her newest deck, The Mystical Shaman, was just released and has a link just to the side on that page. I like to begin with a prayer. Some may choose to do a moment of silence. Then just ask your question. What does want me to know more about itself for my highest good? Choose a deck and pick one card. Its meaning will appear just below the card. And remember, you can copy and paste the information into a document so that you can have it to keep and reflect on. I love Colette's cards because I find them so accurate. I also invite you to get outside and enjoy the night sky. If you're like me and find it hard to know what you're looking at, there's a very cool app that you may enjoy checking out. It's called Skyview. It uses your location and your camera so that if you point it at the sky, it will tell you what the object is. And amazingly, you can use it indoors without even having to set foot outside on those cold winter nights. Just point your device towards the sky. It's amazing how it works. There's a light version that's free and then another version for purchase. I'm having lots of fun with it. I hope you'll check it out. So my friends, that's it for tonight. Happy sky watching, and take the time to explore the planets. Enjoy and have fun. And please, if you have found this interesting or helpful, please hit that heart button or that wow face just below this video and share it with your friends. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.